Hey Leo, what's going on? I hope you're doing very, very well. My name is Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, for those of you that don't know me. And we're going to do a general reading, a short general reading for August. But you know, it's timeless. All of my readings are timeless. So whenever you happen to find this is when you were meant to see it. You are very welcome here, Leo. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate it very much. And if you feel called to like and subscribe for me at all, I would appreciate that very much as well. So this deck that I'm going to use here is, what is it? Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light, I think it's called. It's new, I just got it, it's new. It's very exciting. Okay, what is going on for Leo? Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Okay, it looks like you're going to get nagged. So has there been something that you've been thinking about doing that would be like spiritual, you know? It's usually the thing, or it could be about, it could be anything, but is there some kind of calling that you've been sort of getting nagged to do? Is there some kind of idea that keeps entering your head over and over? Because that's usually how they talk to you. Or maybe you keep seeing, like, you know, an advert for something, like being trained in a certain thing. You have the crumbling here, which is the Tower. What are you clinging on to? So there could be an old way of life that you're sort of not wanting to give up here. And remember, I'm just the messenger boy. I'm just the delivery boy. So it's not me nagging you. It's spirit. Inner temple, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Okay. Should we get another couple from this? No. Okay, let's go straight into the tarot. Right, let's see what you're getting nagged about here. Okay, what is going on for Leo? There could also be a specific symbol that you keep seeing over and over again. Okay, you have the Death card with the Tower, so you may resonate with going through a dark night of the soul at the moment, or things are ending. Some things, like things that you have maybe been clinging on to, like old ways of life, like, you know, old versions of yourself, or old habits that you have, or maybe old situations, things like this. They're being ended by spirit, basically. It's like spirit's kind of stepping in here. It's kind of what I'm feeling for a lot of you. And ending these situations or these habits or this way of life for you, because there's something better for you. There's some kind of mental clarity that you're going to get when you tune into your heart space. Yeah, something's really ending. Yeah, wow. You have the Death card with the World, so there's some kind of huge cycle ending for you. I mean, it could be a cycle that's taken years, it could be a month, you know. You may find that quite a lot of things are ending so that you can have a new life, basically. Okay, so you have, the Moon with the Tower, the Seven of Cups. You might feel like a little confused about what you're being called to do with the Seven of Cups. Like you might have multiple choices about things, like options, you know, of career paths. I want to say it's like a career path, or maybe it's something to do with, like, you know, you want to advance in spirituality, or you want to do something spiritual, but you're not sure what to do, because maybe you're just good at a lot of stuff, you know, or you're just interested in a lot of stuff. And that could be the thing, actually. It could be that you end up doing a couple of things rather than just focusing on one thing. There is some fear surrounding things that you're clinging on to, which is normal. There's like I do feel like you might end up doing a few things, but there's one thing in particular that I know would be like a ladder to your success. Or it would be the way out of a situation, maybe for some of you, that you've been in, but maybe you're a bit reluctant to jump into it because of like fear. There's going to be one option that sticks out above everything else. And you have the Eight of Cups here. So this is about your calling. Like when you have the Eight of Cups, that's literally about your calling. The Empress and the Page of Wands. Okay. So there's something about a new way of thinking when you have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Wands. It's like not just a new way of thinking, but feeling very refreshed. You know, like a new lease on life, like almost coming back from the dead. So you may well have been through like a dark night of the soul, and now you're kind of coming out of it here. Sorry if you can hear a little bit of noise in the background, like the people across the road are having stuff done, but hopefully it's not too loud. I feel like you have the Five of Swords here, so you may not have complete clarity about where it is you're supposed to go or what it is you're supposed to do. But there's a message here with the Empress, you know, male or female, about taking time to kind of look after yourself and to like tune into your heart space. And that is when the answer is going to come. Ooh, Five of Swords with the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So there's something about taking a leap of faith here, and with the Queen of Wands, you know, it often means like taking being in some kind of leadership position or being seen, you know, like being on stage or taking a manager's position or owning your own business or something like that. There's something about taking a leap of faith towards that. You're definitely overthinking it with the Nine of Swords. You know, just doing it is actually going to help with the overthinking. Like whatever this is you're thinking about doing, or whatever this idea is that you've had, I just feel like you're overthinking it. And, you know, I'm not throwing shade. I am like the queen of overthinking. I was actually thinking that this morning. I was like, I spend so much time, like I spend more time planning things and like worrying about things than I do actually just doing stuff, you know? Because I feel like you could actually, I mean, you're a Leo, you know, you are in part meant to shine, like you're meant to be a star. You have the Queen of Wands and the Star, so this could actually be something about you becoming like a star or becoming very well known for something that you're supposed to do, because you're meant to do it with the Eight of Cups and answer the call. Like this is something that your soul signed up for before you got here, but there's some fear that's been holding you back, or some uncertainty. There could also be a choice between like the good and the bad, you know, like the good self and the bad self might be kind of fighting. It's like, oh, I don't want to help people, like fuck people, if people have really hurt me or whatever, right? There could be a little bit of that going on, which is natural. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Whoa. There's been something about like being left out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles. I think you have the Four of Swords, so you've been in like a resting phase. Maybe someone left you out in the cold, or many people left you out in the cold. So you're like a little bit reluctant. There's like a little bit of a devil energy here with the Four of Pentacles and the devil, like a little bit of reluctance to put yourself forward, a little bit of reluctance to work with people or to let them see the real you, or to put yourself out there, or to take the bigger jobs, or there's something to do with a community as well. It is an actual community. So some of you might actually be being called to start like a social media platform, or write a book, or do a podcast or something where you're being seen by a lot of people. For others of you, you could be managing a team of like 10, 20, 30 people. You could be teaching a class. But they're kind of saying you should just do it, like just go for it, because it's kind of gonna knock the overthinking on the head, just the fact that you're doing it. And I feel like that's what this new way of thinking is. Like maybe you've been left out in the cold in the past, people have given you a headache, something like this. You may even be worried about the money, with the Five of Pentacles. You might be worried if you take this leap of faith, you'll end up with not as much money, but you have the Ace of Pentacles here. So there's definitely this new idea that they want you to take a leap of faith with. You have the Three of Pentacles, so it could be like working in a team, but I feel like you would be the leader of the team, whether that is a smaller team, a bigger team, teaching, coaching, something like this. And you have the Ace of Cups here, so I feel like there's, as a little side message here, well, it's not a side message, but you may have walked away from someone in the past, or a situation that was not helping you, a situation that was not, for your best outcome, for their best outcome. Because that's what Spirit is always striving towards. They want the best outcome for everyone. So you may have walked away from someone, but there's someone new coming in with that Ace of Cups here. And with the Empress and the Ace of Cups, this is also about self-love. You've come really into a place of self-love. I feel like that may be another thing that's been holding you back from taking on this calling. Maybe you haven't felt good enough. Maybe you haven't felt worthy of like the unconditional love, because that's a money thing as well, like feeling worthy of the money, feeling worthy of like the universe's unconditional love, because that's another way the universe shows you love, right? By giving you abundance. Or that's another way that like people show you love, by like giving you money or whatever. Because the heart chakra is green. Obviously there's association with money there. That is not an accident, in my opinion. So there's definitely something about a breakthrough in self-love as well. And also, I don't know if you're going to want to hear this, but like devotion to the mission, whatever this is that you've been called to do, because it is some kind of mission. Like devotion to kind of what you came here to do. And your spirit guides want you to know that they're very proud of you, because you've been through a lot here. I can see it. Like a lot of things may have had to fall away so that you could step into this role, this new you. And you're doing everything right, is what spirit wants you to know. What else for Leo? I'm going to take some of these advice cards to close the reading. Don't you dare give up now. Okay. You might just be feeling like confused, or maybe you've been trying to get this off the ground for a while and it hasn't quite taken off. If that is the case, I feel like it just wasn't the right time. Like there was stuff that you needed to let go of. There was fear about not being good enough to do it or whatever that was holding you back. Maybe you had to leave a person or a situation behind first. There is one like, listen, you might end up doing a bunch of things, but there's one thing in particular that I feel like you're meant to do, or you're being called to do right now. And it's like, it's the easier option is actually what they're showing me. It would be the easier option. Like, things would naturally, like the money or the success would naturally flow to this new thing. Oh, there you go, it's new. Okay. And it would lead to, it's like a ladder for getting you out of something or for success. Keep an eye out for repeating symbols that you're seeing. You have stopped worrying and overthinking. So that's also part of this new way of thinking and the new way of living that's coming in for you, because you may just have a habit of, you know, overthinking things, kind of giving yourself a headache, being a little bit of a perfectionist maybe, and then nothing gets done, right? Your psychic gifts are awakening. Okay, so there was also a period where you were taking a little bit of a rest. That's another reason that this maybe hasn't taken off yet. Or it didn't take off until this point, particularly for those of you that this could be something like spiritual that you're doing. And you may have been kind of purging, you know, like emotional purging and even like physical purging, which can often manifest as like a flu, something like that, because it's kind of the like negative energy sort of leaving your body. That could be because your psychic gifts are awakening. Or, you know, they're getting even better. Yeah, this is some kind of promotion that you're going to be doing with this Queen of Wands and the Star energy. You're being promoted. So whatever it is you're doing now, it's a step up from that. What else for Leo? Oh, finding the love of your life. Oh shit, look. Okay, that came out fast. Finding the love of your life and pregnancy. So for those of you that would be possible, it looks like you're going to be finding the love of your life, which is someone new, and a pregnancy will follow. I don't know, might be kind of fast. They came out together, so maybe just watch that. That's not something that's on your list, your to-do list right now. But I do feel like for a lot of you, maybe you left someone else behind. Excuse me. Maybe you left someone else behind, so you can find this new person. But the Empress talks about pregnancy, so yeah, there's a double message there about babies. A little spirit baby that wants to be born. You have forgiving and healing the heart chakra. So this is something else that you've been doing. And I find that I want to put this in many places. So another reason that what you were trying to do, like it wasn't quite the right time, I feel like maybe you were doing a purging, you know, of like things that had been done to you in the past for some of you, or like not feeling worthy of attention or unconditional love. It could be both, you know, because there is something about stepping up and leading here. So you may also show other people how to heal the heart chakra. There could be something about that. Like you're going to show people how to, I don't know, you could be showing them how to balance their chakras, or you could be showing them how to heal with various different methodologies. And you have Spirit is very proud of you. Is there anything else? Let's get two more. Your root chakra is balancing. So that's come out next to the Nine of Swords. So you may have had a tricky past or a tricky childhood or something like that, or something big happened, like maybe you lost a job, maybe someone left you. Something as simple, well, not simple, but something like that can be enough to kind of pull the rug out from under you and make you feel unstable, and it unbalances the root chakra. So it causes anxiety, overthinking, worrying. If you do suffer from anxiety, I recommend working on your root chakra. And if you want to know how to do that, you should check out my other channel. Oh, releasing past grief. There's definitely something that you've walked away from. It could be that you've released past grief about a past person or past situations. You've released a lot of grief from your past, and now you're like ready to do this. Okay, and they're saying it wasn't a waste of time. You know, because, okay, so, and the last thing I'm going to say, well, not the last thing, the last card, you have leading a team or a large group. This has been coming out a lot recently, so it could be like a soul tribe thing that we have going on here on this channel, okay? Like it's the right time for a lot of people to be stepping into some kind of leadership role. Also, what's coming out in the cards as I'm shuffling is inner child healing and healing the mother wound, and stop feeling guilty for resting. So there could be something about your inner child being healed, like on the mother side. Maybe you feel guilty for resting. Maybe you were told you were a selfish child, or your mother never rested, or something like this, okay? But it looks like you're going to be leading a team that's pretty big for a lot of you, or you're leading some kind of team, which is another reason that they've had you balance the root chakra so that you're not worrying all the time. So you may have found recently that you've had to learn how to ground your energy. Yeah, this is what I was going to say. So remember, I'm just a delivery boy, okay? You may have a lot in your past that was kind of brutal, or like a lot of harsh lessons, like, you know, healers often do, right? Because really what you're doing is you're learning how to heal yourself so you can show other people how to heal, right? And you're raising your vibration, all this kind of thing. But there may have been a lot in your past that you were kind of just confused about why it happened. You're like, well, it was a waste of time. Why did you do that? Like, all of that was a waste of time. You know, like, why did you have me have these relationships with like bad people, or why did you have these people screw me over, or whatever happened? Spirit is saying you're going to see, if you haven't seen it now, like if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to see why that had to happen. Like, it wasn't a waste of time. You haven't wasted your time up until this point. You've been fulfilling lessons and learning so that you could step into this role and have this relationship with the love of your life as well, you know? Because it could have been you know, releasing past grief. Like, grief often shows up as anger. So maybe you were angry for a while about things that happened, and that's something that you've been releasing because you're like, oh my God, Spirit, you just wasted like my whole life. Like, what's your problem? But you're going to see, or you're going to start to come around to the idea that it had to happen this way so that you could become this person and help heal the planet, whatever it is you do. Because you should know that, like, whatever it is that you're going to end up doing here, you're healing the planet with it. So those are your messages, Leo. It's a bit longer than I anticipated, but it is what it is sometimes, right? I hope you enjoyed the reading. Many thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. I would appreciate it very much. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.